So, how do you like it?
I feel amazing.
Good, right? Worth a pretty penny. Welcome, my
Every
meat.
piece of
Do you wish to
silver.
partake? Ripple sponge, of course. An expensive vice, but worthwhile. All things in moderation, as they say, but it will do no harm. Come, enjoy yourself.
Ah, a new face. You've heard, of course, that Norgund remains the most reliable and discreet supplier of mostly legitimate wares. Are you looking for something in particular? I am an honest merchant, madam, but I confess that the tools I supply have an unjustly sinister reputation. How my clients decide to use these items is not my responsibility, after all.
What can I do you for? Real quiet now. Sure thing. Easy as Merkberry pie.
Easy does it. I see where you're going with that.
Don't remember ordering more drinks. Thought I'd locked that thing. You've got the wrong room. I know you company ladies like to wander in and wave the flag anywhere you please, but kindly wander back out again. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces. Now, that's not nice. Things were real comfortable up until you turned up. Did Thorol put you up to this? You really want to get your teeth kicked in on his behalf? Get out of here before you regret it. You're trying to kick us out. Nothing polite about that. Well, maybe we did lose our heads a little.
You serious? You're going to let it kick us out of our own room?
Come on, you lot. The crew of the Peregrine sails for brighter shores.
Give me a real check.
years I've had that cracking eye. Who'd go and steal a thing like that? What am I supposed to call this place now? Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it. And for a job well done, here's your pay. Still kicking, eh? What'll it be? Moquejo? That'll be the Juana the poor fool got into a dust-up with, I expect. Yeah, I saw it. Made a real mess, they did. The two of them were having a game of cards, far as I could see. Guess things between them soured in a hurry. I kicked the Juana out, had a few men carry what was left of Rinko home. Could have been anything. Rinko doesn't know when to quit talking, and some of those Juana are real serious types. As far as I'm concerned, we owe the Storm Speaker for keeping the town in one piece. Don't mean I'd invite her people over for tea. Well, yeah. Think maybe Rinko wasn't expecting one of the Juana to know the game so well. He looked real nervous by the end. Well, no more than most. He's a hard man to like, let's say. Came here with the wife, an animancer. One of Odorisi's lot. The governor could tell you more there. Sure. Just hope you don't mean to dredge anything up again. Leave the feuding for the Blue Bloods. Not much point to that without a ship. Come by when you've got work to offer and we'll figure something out. Folks come by here all the time hunting for work. Let's see who we can scrounge up. Still kicking, eh? What'll it? Guess you haven't exactly seen the prettiest side of the place since you landed, right? It's the only town on the island, if you don't count Sarahuzi, little Juana village out west. Really is a decent place most days. Good trade, and plenty of money rolling in from Claudio's investors. Damn sight quieter than back home. But I don't have to tell you about the Deerwood. Ain't right doing business sober. I could fix that for you. Yes, why, now that the eye is gone? I might as well tear down the sign. I can't believe someone would take it. Everyone on the island knew what it was worth to me. Didn't think you had 2 copper pieces to rub together, but no offense.
Fresh fish.
Yes? What is it I can do for you? We are stretched thin. The storm speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there. Now I have Ilari's people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Bozzo kicks up his heels like a prince.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I, humbly offer my services. Let me out and I will bring you this Ilari's teeth.
Shut it, Rigere. Something you wanted? We lost no one to the storm, but many homes have been damaged, and the people are terrified of this giant the scouts reported. It is chaos, pure and simple. But think what happened. I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without warning.
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Kue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I here by choice. Why do this? I wish more felt as you do. I might get a full night's rest. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
Real quiet now. I hear you. Yeah? Dimming the lantern.
This calls for a subtle touch.
Real quiet now. All right.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valian Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port March.
I'd like to say the pleasure's all mine, but I try not to lie. Don't worry, I'm only here on account of her.
Of course. I see you've been as quick to involve yourself as ever. I'll ask my guards to find some feed for your animal. Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge. A few, well, quite a few people here in Port Marge claim to have seen a giant of some kind. I would call it a flight of fancy, but unless something has tainted every well in the region, I do not think it can be ignored. But then, the Deadfire is a land full of such things. You must have heard the stories. Why, I haven't the slightest idea. Wherever giants go, deep beneath the waves. Well, now, to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn. Indeed, which means I can spare you, whereas I cannot spare the gods. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. You're familiar with the luminous Adra trade? It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing. Valuable enough to make sailing across the world seem like a sound investment. We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost on the other side of the island. A successful venture, up until very recently. We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise. And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that? We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. Which is where you come in. You need a ship, I need information. See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way. Why, take his report on the situation and remind him that he's under certain contractual obligations. And relay my deep relief at his good health, of course.
I told you what happened, but you wouldn't listen to me. We could have prepared for this level of destruction. But what do I know? I'm just a priestess with prophetic dreams.
The Huana storm speakers should have kept the worst of the weather at bay. I can't imagine what else might have happened. There are wild beasts on the island, but they wouldn't have attacked an active dig site. Well, if Aothis happens to strike down the council, perhaps then I will have time to spare for him. Do not, please do not repeat that. We each have our debts. Whatever you believe is going on, you can see it for yourself. That is precisely what I want. Gillarde, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here.
You'll do it for the Watcher, but not for me? I see how it is.
Yes. Why wouldn't I want a pack of Dawn Stars crawling over my Adra mine in search of their lost deity? One more thing. If you should recover Odorisi's notes, know that they would be of great value to me. What can I do for you? Certainly. It may not have the grandeur of Ostia or Enchanze, but I am proud of what we have created here. We've established strong supply lines, and our research rivals any performed in the Republics. On better days. They keep to themselves for the most part. We have little reason to interfere, and any Huana willing to work are paid for it. We get a few of those. Perhaps village life is too simple for them. They say things are very different under Queen Onekaza II. She has unified many of the Huana under her banner. Ikawa is one of the last holdouts. It works fine for our purposes. She is easier to negotiate with. Scouts reported finding Ingwithan ruins along with a promising Adra vein, and the locals were welcoming enough. Any venture of this size is difficult. Even so, the hard part was not convincing people to join us, but weeding out undesirable individuals. We lowered our standards in the end. Not long ago, the whole archipelago was beneath notice, a place of warring tribes and grotesque sea beasts. Now, it seems every ruler on Aurora wants an island of their own. The lands here belong to the Huana for now. If you ask the Royal Deadfire Company, that will not last. Dispatched by the Ranganui of Rawatai himself. That would be their emperor or king, perhaps. If you have any questions at all, really, at your pleasure. Yes? Something you need? Certainly. It may not have the grandeur of not long ago. The lands here belong to the Huana. Well, we are not here to rule. We will be here so long as it benefits the republics. War does not benefit the republics, for the moment. If you have any questions at all...
Most days I'd fire up the kettle for you.
Yeah? I'll light the darkness.
Right here. Try this. Show them how it's done.
Yeah?
How?
Sure.
Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. You are quite blinding. Pain. I came to help one of the traders gather her belongings. Then other men came. They struck me over and over. Is that why I cannot see? Dead? Oh, but this is terrible.
Let me ease this one's pain, Watcher.
Hey there. I got this.
Nothing but endless grime east. This is not the afterlife I was promised.
Right. You'd best follow me then.
Yeah? Be right there.
Got a weight in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand. I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's end. I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra. And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind? We talking during the Saints' War, or after he died? Well, before he died, he was still Aethys as the majority of my brethren know him. Aethys embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aethys died. And I think a part of him did, the part he'd most closely woven into living flesh, the part that represented life, and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian, rot, and falling away. That which is death. I really only know what my folks taught me. Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die. As the god of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my High Priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone. And I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Obsidian, rot, regrowth. What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed, always. Even if what comes back is a god. Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died, and death requires change. He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening. Reckon not. But I can't help but be a touch wayward. I don't take it too far. My mom caught me once necking in the Merkberry stalks. And of course, I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words. Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it. You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
One bad step out here and you drown, Aimika. Ekosi, this is my street. That doesn't change after a little rain. That storm speaker, she didn't concern herself much with this place, did she? Me and my gang, we keep the peace here, and the locals pay their dues. Nothing here now but what they left behind. Merle, she must be desperate. Not so desperate as to come here, on her knees to beg for herself, but she sent you. No, there's my answer. I get my cut. There's no sense in ruining a good thing. A favor? Merle, I should buy her dinner, maybe. Done. I'll do it. Bon Piaco. Can't be too bad, having a commander in your pocket. Tell Xavier this isn't permanent. Second the water clears up and things are back to normal, we're through. I'll spread the word. Gorechi Street is under lawful protection now.
Hey there. Leave it to me.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it? Perfetto. He's a little shitne, but a lazy one. He will not cause trouble if he does not have to. Easier to work with a familiar face for the moment. I can deal with him later. So, we have one small part of Port Mage under control. A good start. Well, here you are, for your time. If I had 10 men like you, the whole of Port Mage would be set right within the week. Keeping out of trouble?
Give me a real challenge.
Amura's winds blow sweet upon you.
I do not know you. You were looking for Kawa? Rinko? The Valian? You jest, Akira. I should have thrown him into the sea. He dares to call me a thief? What else? The Valians are fools. But Akawa wishes to trade, so we must be patient. We must save them from Nagate's storms, even when they ignore our advice. Ikawa told me I should see the tavern, speak with their people, learn patience. The trader Eophania, she taught me to play Valian cards. A simple game, but none would play with me in the tavern. Not until Rinko. I thought him kind until I proved the victor, and he grew angry. Until he stood in front of his kin and called me a Mataru of Sadahuzi, a filthy islander and a cheat. For that, yes, I beat him. Why does this concern you? I am no thief. Do you mean to insult me? I am Mataru. I am the guard in Sadahuzi. I defend this village. If I see fit to punish a man, it is my duty. That is not the same. This has long been our island. Don't be foolish. Clario will see to him. His kinsmen would let him starve? Why did this not prevent him playing at cards in the first place? Are all Valians so mad for coin? So then, what am I to do? I did not wish him dead. Huh. Then here's what you came for, though it is an uneven trade. I will ask our chieftain to send a healer for that idiot Valian. Perhaps that will quiet his whimpering.
What can I do you for? I hear you. Dim in the lantern.
Yeah?
What can I do you for? Happy to oblige.
What do you need?
Happy to oblige. I hear you. Dim in the lantern. Happy to oblige. Happy to oblige.